What's up, YouTube? I am about to record my tournament winning, my locals winning budget Invoked Shaddolls deck. That means there's no Dogmatika, there's no Forbidden Droplets, there's no Lightning Storm. It's just cheap cards, low rarity that I bought for $100 in November. And yes, it is more expensive now. So I don't know if it's like a budget deck, but it's a budget compared to the people that have like 10 Pot of Prosperities in their deck. So, yeah, I will just go through the deck profile I had. I got first place with this deck. I also got second place another time and third place another time. But yes, I was able to secure the win. And if you're interested, check out my Road to YCS. The episode is going to come out. So anyway, let's go into the deck profile. And yes, Invocation is over $40, but I bought it for $20, so that's not really my fault. But you can also buy, like, I don't know, a Dragon Maid for, like, $100 if you want to do Dragon Link or whatever. Anyway, alright, so we'll start out with 3 Alistair the Invoker. He's not my boyfriend, he is the boyfriend of my mod, but he is a friend who has been there for me, except whenever I was playing against Dragon Maid. I was in a 45-minute game against Dragon Maid, and Alistair didn't come out once, so I'm gonna say Alistair is a freaking simp, okay? He doesn't want to come out and fight girls. But other than that, Alistair has always been there for me. And yes, normal sim and Alistair is the most powerful combo in the game. For sure. Totally not repetitive and very boring to watch. So 3 Alistair, 3 Meltdown, 2 Invocation. I used 2 because you can search it. I think 3 is a little bricky. And lastly, a Terraforming. So that is the Invocation stuff. By the way, if you don't understand Magical Meltdown, you're going to be losing games that you can win. I really want to highlight that, like, it's not just that fusions can't be negated, but it's also, sorry, I forgot to turn off the alert. It's also that when a monster is fusion summoned, your opponent can't do anything. So that means you can manipulate it by stacking your chains, and your opponent can't do anything. So, for example, if you made Construct Summon, that's Chain Link 1, for Construct's effect, and then maybe you have a Pinkertops on the field, you can Chain Link to Pink, pop a card, and your opponent cannot respond. They can't do anything. So you can just stack it. You can make it rain with interruptions, and your opponent can't do anything. Your opponent can't even beg for mercy when Magical Meltdown is on the field. So watch out for that. Alright, so that is the Alistair package. Okay, anyway. As for the Shaddolls, I do 1 Hedgehog, 1 Dragon, 1 Beast, 2 Squamata, 2 Wendy, and 2 Ariel. Now, most people do 1 Ariel, but I really believe in Ariel just because banishing your opponent's graveyard is very powerful, and like your opponent's gonna build up their graveyard again, right? So you banish once and then they're gonna build it up, so if you have a second Ariel you can banish again. But also I like Ariel's flip effect where you can special summon a banished Shaddoll in defense mode, which is just like really it does come in clutch. So like, of course you want to banish, for instance, your Apgalone or your Winda and bring it back, and when Apgalone's brought back again, you can negate something again as long as it's not in the same turn. So that is really powerful. So that is the ratios I play. You could technically go to 1 Squamata, but I like both because I like to fill up my graveyard. Ariel is a big brain card indeed. Okay. Then we have 2 El Shaddolls Fusion, 3 Shaddolls Fusions, and 3 Super Polymerizations. If I ever switch it up, I might do 3 L2 Shaddolls, because Shaddolls Fusion is very powerful, but it has a weakness in that it can be ashed. Even if you don't want to use the extra deck, it can still be ashed. Whereas El Shaddolls is a quick play, and you can do a lot of cool plays with that. Super Poly is just a must. It's just so clutch. It's so killer. The likelihood that your opponent's going to have a light or a dark or some relevant attribute is good, not just for your Shaddolls, but also for your Alistair too. And we all know how OP Super Polymerization is. And my last spell is Called by the Grave. So Called by the Grave is something you can cut, because this is a 42 card deck. So if you wanted to make it 40, you could cut Called by the Grave in one aerial. But I believe in Called by the Grave because people are always going to ask your Alistair or ask your Shaddol Fusion, and to have that Called by the Grave in there is just something that comes in really clutch. And it's such a powerful card, Called by the Grave. It's just insane. Like, if you have never Called by the Grave someone's misc, you have not lived. I'm telling you, it is the most glorious feeling in the world. So that's why I play that. And as for traps, we have Schism, we have Shaddol Incarnation, and we have 3 Paleozoic Dynamiscus. So this card is great because it banishes, but also it discards not for cost, it discards for effect. So basically what that means is that your Shaddolls can trigger if you discard with Dynamiscus, where it wouldn't do that if you discard with for Twin Twisters. And so it's definitely come in clutch. You know, I have a curse that Mystic Mind follows me wherever I go, so this has helped me get rid of Mystic Mind. Shaddol Incarnation is really good. I usually don't use it to special summon, I use it to force a flip or flip down. And that's definitely come in clutch. And Schism is insane. I bought it for $10, and I apologize if you have to buy it for $40, because it is just such a good card. But at least you only need one. Lastly, for the hand traps, I have the Gammas, I have 3 Ash, and I have Nibiru. So I don't play the clowns because I can get the lights from my Gamma or Nibiru. You just send Driver, so that way you don't draw it. Hand trapping, I think, is really important because that helps you survive if you're going second. Gamma is insane. Assuming you don't draw Driver all the time, being able to negate and destroy a monster is very powerful. And Nibiru is okay. It's not the best card, but it seems to work pretty well. And we all know how good Ash is, and we all know that Feet Ash is weird, and anyone who likes Feet Ash is a weird person. Anyway. Let's go to the extra deck. Okay, so I played 2 Invoked Mechaba, 1 Kaliga, and 1 Agodes. Now, you don't have to play 2 Mechaba, but for some reason I always need a second Mechaba. It is a light, which is good, but yeah, basically I've just found that I've needed 2 Mechabas way more than I've needed anything else. Raijin is cool, it's a great card. But I personally couldn't fit it into my extra deck. But if you wanted to put Raijin in, you could take out a Mechaba. Kaliga is insane. People will tell you to cut this card. Don't listen to them. Kaliga is absolutely insane. It's like, a broke man's Mystic Mine. That's a little more fair than Mystic Mine. It forces people to give up their battle phase to get rid of it. And if you didn't activate anything else, you can use Alistair to make it 28. Defense, and then you get rid of it on your turn. So Kaliga is very, very powerful. I would summon Kaliga against a combo deck if I couldn't make Winda over Mechaba, because Mechaba is just 1 negate, and really in this format 1 negate isn't really enough to do anything. But Kaliga means 1 monster effect and 1 attack per battle phase, so it really helps you out. As for the Shaddolls, I have Apgalone, 1 Apgalone, or Al Capone. I have 2 Winda, and I have 3 Shaddol Construct. You really need 3. Like, in the grind game, if you're doing a long game, you're gonna regret it if you don't have the 3rd Construct. Construct gets your plays going. It's a foolish burial. It is just an insane card. It's great defense, too, if you leave it on the field, because people are gonna have to figure out how to get over 2,800 monster without, and so basically, Construct is insane, and I couldn't do less than that. And then I have Artemis, Gravity Controller, Cross Sheep, and Boral Sword. So Artemis is good because you can not just use it for Alistair, you can use it for a Shaddol if you need a light. Gravity Controller gets your extra deck monster to the grave, so you can trigger a Construct to send like a Schism and then use Gravity Controller to get the Schism back. Or if you made Kaliga, you could put Kaliga in the extra monster zone and then use Gravity Controller to get rid of it, because it will hurt you if you don't do something about it. And then Cross Shape and Brawl Start I added for the OTKs. I don't OTK that often, but it definitely comes in clutch if I can do it. And lastly, I play Starving Venom because I do use Super Polymerization, and this is really good against Dragon Link. It's good against heroes. It's good against, any deck that has multiple darks. And it's cheaper than the one that, like, the freaking Borreload Fusion Savage Drag. I don't know what it's called. The Fusion Dark 2 Dark Drag. I don't know what it's called. Chat, if you know, let me know. So, I don't have that one. I have Starving Venom. So, alternatively, if you really want to play Raijin, you could take Venom out and put Raijin instead. It just really depends on your locals and where you're going. Like, if you're gonna face Dragon Link, you might consider Venom. But if you're gonna face a bunch of prank kids, Raijin might be better. So, that is the extra deck. I did say no stream today. I couldn't help it. I get so lonely when I don't stream. Anyway, as for side deck, I have 3 evenly matched, 1 Pinkertops for going second, 2 Cyclones, Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Ghost Bell, 3 Droll, and 3 Lancia. Droll and Lancia are pretty much necessary. Spell trap removal, we all need that. I have that with evenly and Cyclone and Harpy's Feather Duster. Pink for going second. Pink is such a strong card. It's so big, run over monsters, and it can pop. And then as for the Ghost Bell, like, the most honest reason I play this is because I just pulled some and, I thought they were cool cards. But actually, Ghost Bell is, like, insane in the mirror match because it negates Schism. It negates Nadir Servant. It negates Invocation. So assuming they don't have Magical Meltdown on the field, you can really hurt them with that Ghost Spell. Not only that, if a deck brings stuff back from the GY, Ghost Spell is really good for that. So, anyway, yeah, that's my deck profile. Let me know what you think. If you, use other cards, let me know. Again, it's 42 cards. You can take out Call by the Grave and Aerial to make it 40. And I do want to thank Pack so much. He helped me with this deck. He gave me basically the bones. I did add a little bit and make some tweaks. But thank you, Pack. You are the best. And, yeah, leave a comment and stuff like that. And follow me on Twitch. Okay, thank you. Bye.